Hello and welcome to Live Life to Fly's highlight of the month. For the month of May, I've chosen the beautiful, the multi-talented, the entrepreneur, and the now certified life coach, Erica Marasco.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thank you for having me.
Good. You know, the reason why I created the highlight of the month is to basically just get on a personal level with someone who's come through a lot of successes, but also we want to get deep into, you know, what you went through to get to where you are. Mm-hmm. You're a multi-talented woman, you've had multiple businesses, and I really want you to explain to people, you know, that there's fear that comes.
Oh yeah.
There's doubt that comes.
Absolutely.
But you know what? There's ways to get through it, and your dreams and your life and your goals are possible. And this is a living example right here. Thank you so much for your time, seriously, Erica.
I appreciate it.
So tell me, what exactly is a life coach?
Well, a life coach is going to be different for whoever's doing the coaching. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, what I do is what I call it is results-based empowerment. So what I do is there's results behind everything that we do. Whoever comes in is going to come in for something different, right? So we all have issues we're dealing with, problems we're facing, obstacles we're trying to overcome, whether it's ourselves, whether it's outside of ourselves, exteriorly. It could be career, it could be anything. So it really depends on what you're coming in for. So I tailor everything around the specific person. So I really like to honor who they are, what they're trying to achieve, and really be an advocate and support for them. So everybody puts their own personal glass ceiling upon themselves of what they can and cannot do. So I really like to help people to break free of that, help them to really see who they truly are and what they can do.
Yes.
I also am a strong advocate. So what this space is about is creating a space of non-judgment, a space of sanctuary where you can really come in and do some deep work and find out who you are and what you want. Because unfortunately, we now live in a society where we're constantly bombarded with multiple social medias. Yes. TV, radio, friends, family, everybody has an opinion. And everybody wants to tell you how to live and what you should do and what you should create. And for me, it's really important for the person that comes and sits down is to really get congruent with what they want, like truly what they want, not exteriorly, but come home to themselves and figure out what they want in order to bring that vision forward and help them to really evoke that and bring it into their life in a different level than they thought that they could.
Yeah.
So for me, in a nutshell, I feel like I'm going on, but that's really, it's hard to explain in a nutshell, but it's pretty powerful stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Awesome.
So tell me a little bit about your past businesses. I know you were into fashion, and then you did the, you were part of the pharmaceutical and marketing. You had your own business in that. Tell me a little bit about those businesses.
So medical marketing, I did that for about 15 years. I own my own business, so I subcontracted out at that time to a lot of different providers and vendors, and provided physicians different ancillaries to help their patients in need. Mm-hmm. And I did that for many years. Worked with pain management doctors, orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, primary care doctors, and I loved what I did. I did that for a long time. I got a good grasp and understanding business, and probably about 7 years into it, because I wasn't doing enough being a mother and a wife and owning a business, I thought, I'm gonna, with my girlfriend, do something fun, and we're gonna start a boutique. So we started a mobile boutique and started doing fashion sales at different events and people's homes and things like that. And a lot of the reason we started it is because we both love fashion, and we wanted to spend more time together because we're both working mamas, and we thought, well, why not do something creative and fun? Yeah. And so we started that, and it came to a point where we realized, well, as fun as this is, if we want to really make something of this, we both are going to have to quit the 9-to-5 jobs that we already have. And we both decided that we didn't want to pursue that fully, so I stayed doing medical marketing and grew that business. Also had a couple children while I did that. Mm-hmm. And then it came to a point where I've always felt something missing in my career. Okay. I've always felt like that complete satisfaction was not there. I love helping people. I loved being, sitting, because I got to sit with patients and help patients specifically, and also help the physicians with their practices and help them grow their practices. Mm-hmm. But, and the staff, it was a lot of fun, but it came to a point where I really wanted to be able to help people on a broader scale.
Yeah. So is that what steered you to take the life coaching route?
It's definitely one of the things that steered me. So through my meditation and prayer, I'm a big person of meditation and prayer, I always asked for guidance and asked, show me how I can impact people on a different level. Give me guidance, show me the way to go. And a few years ago, I hit a wall in my industry where the ancillaries that I provided, the insurance companies no longer wanted to pay for. And if they did, the physicians had to jump through a lot of hoops in order to get it done.
Yeah.
And most physicians, they don't have the time to do that kind of thing and write these kind of reports and do the things that they needed to do in order to get it to go through. So I went from making a very lucrative income to having zero income at all.
Wow.
So that was hard.
Yeah.
And at that point I thought, okay, well, we're going to see what I'm made of here. And I started, at a disparity, just thinking, I need to go be an Uber driver or go get a job at Macy's or Jack in the Box, which is no knock to that. There's nothing wrong with that, but that wasn't my calling or passion.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I have a very supportive husband who was like, no, that's really not for you. You need to figure out what you want. And I took a step back from myself and a fear that I was in, and we have bills and a mortgage, and I was the breadwinner, so it was a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
So I had to take a step back and realize, well, what do I want to create? And when I did that, it always came back to helping people. That's what I love. I thrive on seeing other people happy. I thrive on watching other people succeed, and I feel like everybody has that ability and everybody has that in them.
Yeah.
So when I realized that, I thought, I'm going to go back to school. And I talked to my husband, and we had no money, and I thought, how am I going to go back to school? And I took a loan out, So I had to make that investment in myself and see what I could make happen. And so I went back to school and got certified to be a life coach.
Nice.
And and it was the best thing I ever did. Like I bring up the part of it being in my prayers because I would always ask, how can I serve others? How can I serve you? And I would have never thought that the carpet was going to get pulled from under my feet in order to make it happen. But sometimes that's the way it works,
That's true.
When I reflected it afterwards, I thought, I would have never made this move otherwise because I was comfortable. I liked what I did. I made a good living. Why would I change it?
Exactly.
So it was like, I feel that was divinely driven. That carpet had to be pulled out for me to go, okay, well, what are you going to do with it? You're going to sink or you're going to swim?
That's true.
So, and there was a lot of other events that came along during that time. I've suffered with several health challenges, which made what I did for a living very difficult too. So I had a lot of obstacles to overcome.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people look at me and think, oh, she's always happy and she's always has it together. And really, very few people know the things that I've gone through and to get to where I'm at.
Exactly. And this is why we're interviewing Erica. So you can see, you can see the truth and really find purpose in your situation. And sometimes we do. We get fired. Sometimes our opportunities are no longer the way anymore. And usually it just works out where we're able to find our calling. It kind of leads us to where we should be. So it all works out in the end anyway. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to ask you is a lot of people, they live in that fear. They really let it control them and limit them. And it's really sad and it's not fair. And I don't think that people that have big dreams and have goals should have limits, due to their own mindset. So what advice would you give to somebody who's letting their fear hold them back?
Well, you're absolutely right. And really, we all do. Yeah. Everybody has some sort of fear that they're working through, whether it's huge and envelops who they are or small and things that they encounter. We're all working through fear. And I know fear very well. Fear and I have had many dances together, and I've had to look fear in the face and overcome some stuff. When I was, I'm diagnosed with some autoimmune disorders. I have a heart issue. I could go on. I've had a lot of things I've had to overcome, but I don't sit here and allow that to be who I am. So I always encourage people to step into fear. Fear is a scary thing to step into, but when you allow fear to control you, it's like paralyzing. It's like nailing you to the wall.
Wow.
And it just holds you there, and it keeps you small, and it keeps you where you're at. When you step into that fear, and you look at it head on and say, okay, I see you, and I'm not going to be afraid of you, and I'm going to step into fear, and I'm going to see what it's like to be in fear. And it's scary. It is.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, that's when you create things. That's when you become inspired. That's when you see what you're made of. Like,
Yeah.
I stepped through the, the fires of hell, and I made it through, because really that's what it is for everybody. It's those demons, those dark, dark places that people feel like, I can't do that. I can't go through it. I can't experience that, when we're stronger than we think.
Yeah.
We're stronger than we think. So I always say, face it. Face it head on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So what would you say, with the clients that you've had, to see them grow, to see them happy, from the first day they stepped into your office to now,
It's my favorite thing in the world.
What's the most satisfying thing in being a life coach?
I love watching people be able to reflect on the person who they were when they first walked in the door. So everybody that walks in the door, I have them do an assessment on their life and see where they're at right now, whether it's finances, career, love, family, friends, like everything. I call it the getting to know you process. So really finding out what makes you tick, what do you do in life, how does that look, and getting a scale as to where they're at. And so when we look back and we start coaching for a few months, and then to come back to that space where they first walked in, it's so eye-opening for them even, like, oh my God, I forgot how unhappy I was. I forgot how sad I was or depressed I was or how unmotivated I was. So to see them come to life and own it to a point where they don't even remember that part of them anymore, it's so rewarding.
Yes.
Really, really rewarding.
That's amazing.
That's why I love what I do.
That's amazing. I want to ask you, if someone is interested in hiring you as a life coach, which I strongly recommend. I have family members who have had her as a life coach, and they say nothing but great things about her. I've personally had a few sessions with her, and I can't wait to continue.
I can't wait either.
How would you describe the growth process? Is there a certain step or certain steps that you go through with somebody, or what can they expect if they hired you as a life coach?
Well, every person's journey is definitely going to be different. I have a 6-step process to facilitating a thriving and successful life. And what I do, the term that I've coined, like I said before, is what I offer is results-based empowerment. So the difference between a lot of therapy, which people that have come to me that have been in therapy before, it's a lot of emptying out and talking about things and not necessarily resolving it, but just coming clear on their feelings around it, and helping them through it, which is fantastic. And we definitely do that in this arena as well. There's a lot of emptying out, but there's a lot of results. So we're going to find out what those fears are, what holds you back, what do you truly want, and how do you want to get it. And so we're going to set and establish some things in place. I'm very systematic in my process. So I do spend a lot of time with my clients. I spend a lot of time prior to even sitting down and helping strategically plan what is going to happen based on what they're telling me. So everything is around what they want, not what I want, not what I think they should do. It's really about getting to the core of who they are and what they want, and how to help them implement those desires and dreams into their life.
Awesome.
So, yeah, hopefully that answers it.
How can someone get in contact with you if they were interested in?
Well, they can contact me either on my website. So my website is ericamarasco.com, or Facebook is also Erica Marasco Coaching. They can call me. And either way, I'd be happy, and I would love anyone who is ready to take a stand for themselves, anyone that's ready to take their life to the next level, anyone who is motivated. I'm the girl for you, and I would love to help you. So please contact me if you have any questions. I would love to help anyone get to that next level.
And then for anybody who's watching that doesn't live in San Diego, do you offer services, or do you work with them even though they don't live in the area?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I do a lot of face-to-face, but I also do a lot of work over the phone. Okay. So I've had clients in New York. I've had clients in LA. To me, it doesn't matter where you're at. The work is the same, and it can definitely be done via telephone or Skype or... Nice. Yeah.
So it's possible, guys. Yes. You need to get in contact with Erica Marasco. Yes. Website, ericamarasco.com. I'll also share some of the contact info, her phone number, email address again on the following screen. Thank you so much, Erica, for your time. You are amazing, and to have such a kind heart, and we need more people like that in the world. Seriously.
Well, thank you for being one of those people in the world.
For more information on, future highlights of the month, visit livelifetofly.com. My name is Christina Perez, and I'm here to close this session out. I'm so excited you joined us, and I'm just so glad that I'm able to bring stories like hers to you so that you can stay motivated, so that you can see that there's hope even in dark times, so that you can feel that your dreams are possible and you have everything it takes to make it happen. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. I was so moved and inspired, and I'm very honored to be a part of Christina and this interview. So because of that, I really wanted to offer her viewers something. And so for anyone who's ready and willing to take their life to the next level, and you're ready to have somebody help you and inspire you, please contact me. I'm going to give you all a complimentary session so you yourself can see what coaching would be like for you. So you can do that by either emailing me at erica@ericamarasco.com, or you can go on my website at www.ericamarasco.com. And don't forget, continue being inspired with Miss Christina at Live Life to Fly.